threw catnip seeds in my abusive ex's garden as petty revenge. 8 years later, his yard is overrun by all the cats in the neighborhood. Brad and I dated for 3 years. The last 6 months were basically hell. He'd accidentally break my things when he was angry. My coffee mug, picture frames, then my phone, because I was texting my sister too much. After that came the rules. No talking to male coworkers, home by 6, show receipts, check in every hour. If I questioned him, he grabbed my arm hard enough to bruise or shoved me into counters where clothes would hide the damage. Through all of it, my garden kept me sane. I'd spent 2 years and thousands of dollars building beds around his house. Japanese maples, hybrid roses, rare perennials, and most precious of all, my grandmother's peonies. When things got unbearable, I escaped to the yard, pruning or weeding until I could breathe again. When I told him I was leaving, he laughed. "You won't last a week without me." I arranged everything while he was at work, but he came home early on moving day. He stood over me while I dug up my grandmother's peony. "You said I could take this," I said. "Did I? Don't remember." Then he stepped on the peony I just freed, crushing it under his heel. That was my grandmother's, "Get everything out today or it stays. And stop crying. The neighbors will think I did something." He went inside and locked the door. I had no water, no bathroom, no shade. For 6 hours, I dug up everything I could, hands raw and bleeding, loading hundreds of dollars in plants into pots. By the time I finished, the beds were barren, a dry, ripped-up scar where my garden used to be. At the garden center buying more containers, I noticed packets of catnip seeds. "These any good?" I asked the clerk. "Honestly, they're finicky. Most never sprout, but cats love them." Brad hated cats. Once threw a rock at the neighbor's tabby. I bought 10 packets. That night, he came out again, kicked over one of my containers, and smirked as the soil spilled. Oops. Then he went to bed. When the house went quiet, I walked to the empty beds, the dirt raw and exposed. I tore open all 10 packets and scattered the seeds without care, raking them into the soil with every ounce of rage I'd swallowed. No watering, no tending. I wasn't trying to grow anything. I was just done. Then I left, moved across town, blocked him everywhere, and rebuilt my life. Even forgot the seeds completely. 8 years passed. Yesterday, I had a meeting with a new client, Mrs. Fernandez. Her address felt vaguely familiar, but I didn't think much of it. Then I turned onto her street and froze. 3 houses down was his old place. I almost didn't recognize it. His entire front yard was a jungle of catnip, thick, tangled, waist-high in places. At least a dozen cats lounged among the stems, rolling in the plants, sleeping on his porch, perched on his car. A faded for sale sign sat out front with a price-reduced sticker slapped across it. I drove past without slowing. When I reached Mrs. Fernandez's house, she greeted me warmly and walked me inside to discuss her kitchen renovation. While looking through her back window, I saw the yard behind her house, and there it was, Brad's backyard overtaken by even more catnip, a solid green mass creeping up the fence. "Do you hear the cats at night?" Mrs. Fernandez asked casually as she gathered her design notes. "Oh yes," she continued before I could answer. "That house down the street? Poor man has been trying to get rid of them for years. Impossible. They've taken over his entire yard. And that catnip. Someone must have planted it a long time ago. It comes back stronger every year." I nodded politely, my expression soft and neutral. "He's tried everything," she went on. "Landscapers, poison, tilling, new sod. He even paid $15,000 last year to have the entire yard dug up. By June, it was back. Insurance won't touch the place because of the invasive plant infestation and the extensive feral cat activity." That's what the inspection report said. I listened so intently to her like she was having fun sharing neighborhood gossip. When our meeting ended, I drove away calmly. But as I passed his house again, I saw him. He was outside with a shovel, digging furiously at the catnip. His hair was thinner, his shoulders slumped. 3 cats sat in his car like they owned it. He looked exhausted, defeated, small. I slowed down, let him notice me, and when his head jerked up and recognized me, I gave him a mocking smile and yelled out the window, "Meow!" He stumbled forward trying to get me, so I accelerated fast and laughed like crazy going home.